Marty Sissoko and Quincy Guerrier will jump it up, and we're underway. Game one of our doubleheader on CBS.
And one thing that you're going to see in this game is two teams that play entirely man-to-man. Illinois has actually played 7 possessions of zone all year. Don't expect to see any in this game.
Malik Hall with the first shot of the game, and Michigan State is on the board.
When he plays well, Michigan State usually wins. Now, I'm not saying he's going to play well, but obviously a good start for him in the post area. They don't double him. He's able to make the turnaround.
Steve, to your point, in conference games, in Michigan State victories, Hall averages 16 points per game. In losses, 9.5. These two teams met in Champaign back on January 11th. Tight game, Illinois won by 3. Guerrier's 3 no good, and A.J. Hoggard flies in for the rebound.
You know, it's interesting about Michigan State. They're number 26 in the nation in fast break points per game, but their tempo is 305. So they either run it, but when they're going to play half court, they will play half court.
Here's Tyson Walker. What a move to get to the hoop for 2.
Every game, this kid has at least one move that you say, oh my goodness.
Aggravated a groin injury on Tuesday night, missed some time, and that really hurt the Spartans in the loss against Minnesota. But we watched Michigan State practice yesterday. Walker went the whole way and looked great.
Well, how about in that game, Andrew? They're up 10. He goes out for 3 minutes. They're up 9, and Minnesota goes on a 10-0 run.
Terrence Shannon hits from the outside.
You know, he's a 35% career three-point shooter. He has not shot it well since he came back from suspension. 7 for 31 from 3.
Sissoko down low, too strong, looking for a call, and there isn't one.
What did Tom Izzo tell us yesterday, Andrew? He said, if Shannon makes threes, we're going to go home.
They worked a lot on getting back in transition against Illinois. That'll be a big key in this game today.
They don't want to foul these guys. These guys are one of the best in the nation at getting to the free throw line. Michigan State spent a lot of time on that yesterday.
Spin move, Ty Rodgers, and the finish.
You know, you have a 6'5" guy in Ty Rodgers who's only attempted 1 3 in 2 years. It's hard to be effective at 6'5", but he is.
Hoggard makes them both. Team leader at the free throw line at 80%. Great crowd on hand, waving their white towels on a Saturday afternoon in East Lansing. Here's Marcus Damask. His three's good.
You know, he's only shooting 24% from 3 on the year. He's a transfer from Southern Illinois. He's averaging 20 a game in Big Ten games. He's been unbelievable.
That's 4th best in the conference. Carson Cooper lost it going up, and here come the Illini in transition. And a travel is called against Guerrier. Tyson Walker uses the screen, gets to the free throw line, and knocks down the jumper.
You know, one thing, if you're Illinois, you're going to have to guard those pick and rolls, and he is so dangerous, Tyson Walker, knows how to use them.
4 early points for Walker. Shannon's second 3-point, no good, and a foul. Substitutions on both sides. Jackson Kohler coming in early for Michigan State, locating Jaden Akins. Kohler averaging just 5 minutes per game since coming back from a foot injury in the preseason. Walker left alone, buries it.
I know it was so long ago, but this kid transferred from Northeastern and played, obviously, at Michigan State last year. He was tremendous, and he has just gotten better and better. Mateen Cleaves celebrating that 3. He's here alongside Steve Smith watching this big one against Illinois. From the corner, Coleman Hawkins with the 3. Now, if you're 5-man, now he's just got teed up. That was really not smart. Hoggard will shoot the technical free throws. You saw how upset Brad Underwood was. And, you know, Steve, I think people are going to point to that tee and say, well, he's looking in the stands. He wasn't taunting an opponent. No, and that's why I said I don't know if he should have gotten a tee. On the other hand, he put himself in a precarious position by even acknowledging the fans. Hoggard makes a pair. They have gone 12-2 at home this year at the Breslin Center and 5-1 in league play. One thing about the team Michigan State has in right now, the lane is not going to be wide open because Kohler and Cooper, those two big guys, they're not going to create space for you.
Hoggard off the mark, rebound, Kohler inside.
But they might do that. Space you won't get. You might get offensive rebounds, though.
Kohler averaging less than 2 points per game. He's got an early bucket here. Hawkins another three, not this time. Shannon flies in for the offensive rebound, and he draws the foul, where he's 77% on the year.
Andrew, in their last 15 games, they're averaging 15 or more, 17 turnovers on the season in 20 minutes a game.
To 65 assists. Seven on the shot clock. Here's Malik Hall, handing off for Holloman from the outside. And Hawkins is there for the rebound.
You know, he got a pretty good look. He's a 46% three-point shooter.
Shannon the other way, and there he is again, drawing the foul. Forming a wall in practice yesterday to stop those fast breaks as Shannon misfired. Shannon 1 out of 2. So a big stretch for the Illini. Jerry Palm, as we showed you currently, has them as a 3 seed. Kohler backing down his man, lost it going up, and a tie-up is called. 7 points for Walker. He had a team-high 20 in the loss at Minnesota on Tuesday. Here's Danger drawing the double team. Goes up with it. And a foul is called inside. So he comes out, and A.J. Hoggard back on the floor as Sissoko knocks it away. Won his 700th career game in late January against, of all teams, the rival Michigan Wolverines. Here's Shannon, step back three, way off. Danger the offensive board, goes up with it with the left hand, no. And the loose ball scrambled, Michigan State comes away with it. And then behind the play, a foul is called. Would have been Michigan State basketball going the other way. Instead, the Illini take over.
I mean, he put his arm up and the guy ran right into him.
Didn't look like he did anything intentional on that. And that's 5 team fouls now against Michigan State. Damask from the outside. No, the follow isn't there by Guerrier. Gets it back again, and now a tie-up is called.
They had a great game against Nebraska the other night. It was really a terrific game, and they won it because of offensive rebound.
Yeah, overall on the glass, they were plus 17, and now another foul is called on Sissoko for an illegal screen, and that's his second foul.
He gave him no time, no space. That's a foul.
So 6 fouls on Michigan State in less than 6 minutes. Rogers, good defense by Malik Hall, nowhere to go. Rogers, wild shot. Hoggard the lob, tough pass. Cohen Carr gets it back, puts it up, missed it. Good opportunity there for the freshman Carr. Hawkins back on the floor.
Michigan State switching like they usually do.
Goody from the corner, it's good, and Goody 0 for 6 in the last game. Good sign there for the Illini.
He's their best three-point shooter. They need to have him going. He gives them a big lift off the bench.
38% from deep this year.
See, look how they're playing Cooper. They're not playing. You see Hawkins, he's in the lane, standing there waiting.
Hoggard, nice move to get free.
You know, if Hawkins is going to stay in the lane, you can't allow Hoggard to do that.
That one knocked out of bounds by Tyson Walker. It'll be Illinois basketball when we come back. 11:59 to go in the opening half. We're tied at 17. The next Michigan State foul will send Illinois to the free throw line. Harmon thought about a three, now over to Hawkins. Harmon will launch this one and make it. Justin Harmon just 2 for his last 11 threes, but he hits.
And that's what he does. That's what he did at Utah Valley. He was a very good three-point shooter. That's what he's done. And in the Big Ten, he's averaging 8 a game. So he's really, even though he's been struggling a little lately, having a good year.
Already 5 threes in this game for the Illini as Akins can't get it to go. Tipped around, a collision. Goody rips it away.
Yeah, Jaden Akins has not gotten going at all in this game so far.
It was actually Damask who took it away. That was the first shot attempt for Akins. Has not been open so far in this first half. Shot clock here at 3. Goody turnaround, no. And Carr rips down the rebound.
Great half-court defense by Michigan State that time.
Game back on January 11th in Champaign against Michigan State.
That was a hard-fought, close game. Terrence Shannon didn't play.
Akins now 0 for 2.
Yeah, they got to get him going. So Ty Rogers gets that rebound, he brings it down, and he makes a layup. This is what they do.
For their last 6, a 17-5 record on the year. Hoggard the lob, a little too ambitious for Cooper, but a foul is called. Cooper, a 61% free throw shooter. Cooper 1 out of 2. Sophomore from Jackson, Michigan. Midway through the first half, a 4-point Illinois advantage.
Domask is going to try and back him down.
Draws the double team, locates Harmon. They swing it around to Hawkins. Another 3 for Coleman Hawkins.
See, that's the problem. So you double Domask down low like that, but obviously you're leaving. He's their best passer. He passes out of the double team. Somebody's got to be open. Hawkins that time made him pay.
6 points for the senior from Sacramento. Largest lead so far today for either team. Walker working on Goody, goes around him, tough shot, no. And the loose ball rebound, they dive for it, it goes out of bounds to Illinois. Good hustle by Carson.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Wow, they actually called on Akins instead of Malik Hall. So that sends Shannon back to the free throw line. He's 3 out of 4 today, making 4 out of 5. Shannon with 13 points.
If Michigan State can keep rebounding on the defensive glass, that's going to help to keep them off the line, and it's also going to help make them push them out and make them a three-point shooting team. Not that they're bad at it, but you'd rather that than them driving the ball. And here's that zone again.
Well, Brad Underwood told us before the game he's not afraid to try anything.
Well,
he's talking about his offense, not his defense.
Exactly. He's talking about his offense.
Nice dish, Akins to Cooper.
Let's face it, this zone is getting cut up like Swiss cheese right now. I guess that's what he's doing to protect Hawkins. I'd rather have him sit out and play the regular defense that I normally play, to be honest with you.
Great ball movement. Damask drives in and lays it in.
That was not good defense.
Marcus Damask, the transfer from Southern Illinois, where he's 9th all-time in scoring there and having a all-Big Ten caliber season here. Akins with a 3.
He got teed.
He teed up because he talked to the Illinois bench.
Now that was really ridiculous. Why would you do that? Look at Tom Izzo. I agree, Tom. I mean, that's ridiculous. You already saw one guy get teed. It's not like it didn't happen today. You saw one guy get teed because he talked to the fans. You don't think you're going to get teed if you talk to the bench? Oh, my goodness.
And Izzo is still chewing out Jaden Akins.
Oh, that is really... He needs to be smarter than that.
I mean, it's an obvious call for the officials after what they already called against Hawkins.
That was an easy one.
And you think about where it is in the half, too, all the momentum maybe going into the locker room. And Shannon makes the free throw. And Izzo's still yelling at Akins.
And he's right. He's 1,000% right.
I don't buy that. Damask.
Oh, that was close.
Early backcourt. Rogers all the way, missed it. Malik Hall comes in, and there's only a half-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Yeah, they definitely need to run it down.
Illinois led by as many as 7 in the first half.
Well, they're on offense, so there's nothing wrong. Obviously, you don't want them to get a charge, but and they go man-to-man. Now they took Coleman Hawkins out of the game, Illinois, and they're going man.
Final 10 seconds. Hoggard, there's an opening, knocked away. 3 seconds to go. Harmon, length of the floor, no good, and that is how the first half ends. They made 6 threes in the first 10 minutes of the game, didn't attempt one the last 8 minutes and 19 seconds.
Yeah, they came out early firing from 3 and then tried to get to the basket, but that was the problem. Michigan State wouldn't let them.
Guerrier for 3, and right away we're tied at 44.
That was a really good skip pass across the court, right into Guerrier's numbers.
Last 14 games, Guerrier 42% from deep. Limited minutes in the first half due to foul trouble as Malik Hall draws a foul. The line.
That can't happen. They need him to play like he's playing now.
Guerrier stays on the court with 3 fouls. Hawkins calling for it. Has a size advantage over Akins. Step back jumper is pure.
What do you do with that? 6'10", he's got a 6'4" guy guarding him, and he shoots a fadeaway. It's just a great shot.
8 points for Coleman Hawkins.
The other thing in that first half, Andrew, 9 fast break points for Michigan State, 4 for Illinois.
Sissoko only played 4 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. Walker using the Sissoko screen, can't finish. Shannon pushes it up ahead. Michigan State's won 5 of its last 7.
Posted him again, taking advantage of this matchup.
And a foul is called.
A little bigger, a little stronger to guard Coleman Hawkins.
Also the 3rd foul on Akins.
And now they switched. Now he's got a smaller guy on him, Tyson Walker.
Damask, and Shannon saves it. 4 on the shot clock. Shannon, deep 3. Yes!
Wow.
Big time shot for Terrence Shannon. He's got 19 points. Illinois in front by 3. Walker all the way, high off the glass, and the foul. Tyson Walker playing through the groin injury. Also had shin and hip injuries earlier this year. And he ties the game at 49 after Shannon picked up his first foul.
Now they got Malik Hall on Coleman.
And Hawkins gets to the hoop.
They got to start doubling him with something because that's 3 in a row.
Core and the foul. And now the fans here at the Breslin Center, a sellout crowd of close to 15,000 on their feet making noise.
Let's see if they double him this time.
Great look. Rogers missed it, though. Rogers gets it back and throws it out of bounds. Oh, Oh, Shannon, great defense to poke it away, but could not save it.
He's a really, really good player.
Brad Underwood said we need him to continue to integrate himself back into our offense if we want to make a deep run. This is Kohler. Hall working on Guerrier. Hall right to the hoop. Comes up short, and Guerrier clears.
And Guerrier with 3 fouls. He was very fortunate there. Malik Hall did a good job of attacking, but Guerrier did a great job defensively.
Shannon, quick three, no. A scramble on the floor, and Walker has it. Walker brings it up ahead. Tyson Walker all the way.
When Michigan State gets out in transition, especially in this building, that's when they become really dangerous.
Hawkins, bounce pass, tough one for Rogers. He fields it out to Damask, who quiets the crowd and ties the game.
That's twice in a row that Hawkins found Carr's man wide open. Carr's got to be a little bit more alert in terms of finding Rogers.
This is the 10th tie this afternoon. Kohler, what a move! But could not finish.
Oh, he's got to finish that.
Crowd was ready to explode. Shannon races up ahead. Missed it. The follow jam by Rogers. End-to-end action here in East Lansing.
Rogers never stops. He had 14 rebounds in that game against Nebraska the other day.
On Super Bowl weekend, we're seeing a version of the run and shoot offense by both these teams.
What is that?
That's when you get it and go. Get it and go. And throw deep, too, as Shannon's fouled. Expert analysis from here. Our Steve Lapis. 56-54, Illinois in front. That three no good, and Carr with the rebound. Holloman on the floor for Michigan State as Hoggard gets a breather.
Not a great offensive team in the game for Michigan State right now.
And the shot clock already down to 6. Holloman comes to get it. That's a 2. It's good.
I mean, they only have 2 guys really in the game that can make anything from 15 foot and beyond, and he's one of them. You can't give him something that easy.
He's taken a big step forward this year. Those are the words of Tom Izzo when talking about his sophomore guard out of Minneapolis, Trey Holloman. Hawkins catch and shoot. Not this time, and Kohler is there.
I'll tell you, Carson Cooper has done a pretty good job on Hawkins. They closed that gap quick because Shannon was looking to drive that one.
Shannon to the corner. Harmon extra pass to Mass. Now they feed Hawkins inside.
So they end up with smaller guys on big guys, and it doesn't work out sometimes.
Damask leans in, and a foul. And we'll chalk that up to the students in streaming on Paramount Plus. 1 out of 2 for Damask, whose parents, Dan and Patty, are in attendance here today. His dad, Dan, longtime high school coach, but retired to watch his son play at the college level. Woo. Walker splits the D, and the left-hand finish.
That kid with the bounce, as good as there is in America.
13 for Tyson Walker. Goody for 3. Shannon gets in there for the offensive rebound, and a whistle.
The switching is hurting Michigan State in a lot of ways right now.
22 for Shannon. Walker picks up his 3rd foul.
Maybe he should go, you know, yeah, I agree. He's got to come out for a couple of minutes.
He is on the bench. Hoggard back in for 2. Hawkins, bad pass, turns it over.
Akins did a great job of seeing that and being able to get in there for the steal.
Hall fakes the three. Good defense by Illinois, and Hoggard will reset. Hoggard calls for the screen, uses it to the hoop, no.
Yeah, they're not guarding Cooper outside, so Hawkins is back there waiting for him.
Hawkins wide open, and Shannon misses the three, and Akins comes in for the rebound.
They got away with one there. You can't be more open than that.
And a whistle away from the ball. That's a foul against Illinois.
The first half, they had 4. They've only got 2 since.
Tyson Walker continues to sit for Michigan State. And a foul. Look at the foul situation. As Hall with a beautiful 2 to put Michigan State back in front.
Another drive to the basket. They got to try and make Michigan State shoot some threes. Get them out of the lane.
Goody straightaway 3 is good. Luke Goody from the outside, a big one for the Illini.
Well, he was wide open. That's one thing that Goody does, is shoot the 3.
That's Illinois' 10th made three-pointer of the game. They average 8.5 per night. Hoggard using the glass, too strong. We'll see how quickly Tom Izzo puts Walker back in, and as I say that, he walks to the scorer's table. Midway point of the second half. Hawkins defended by Cooper. Hawkins wins that battle.
I'm just a little surprised that they haven't doubled him not once when he's been down there looking to make a play in the low post.
Cooper, tough shot off the side of the backboard, into Mass clears. Harmon on the drive for 2. And Illinois has opened up a 5-point advantage.
And it's been because there was another transition basket. When they're pushing the ball, Illinois is at their best.
A 7-0 run for the Fighting Illini. This is the biggest lead of the half for either team. With 4 to shoot, Holloman gets to the hoop and scores.
Good move there. You can see Coleman Hawkins is dying. He wants out of this game. He's completely winded.
Tyson Walker continues to sit at the scorer's table, and now he'll come in as Brad Underwood calls a timeout. As we've been telling you throughout the day, this is a critical game for the Spartans. There's not a lot of quad 1 opportunities left for Michigan State as Shannon hits another.
That was a tough play.
Hall lost it going up. Hawkins takes it away. 24 points today for Terrence Shannon. It's Hall defending Hawkins.
Another assist.
Goody from the corner. That 3 won't go. He had a good look at it.
Oh, he was lucky on that. I tell you, this kid is seeing the whole floor right now, Coleman Hawkins.
Hoggard comes to get it. 5th in the Big Ten in assists per game at 5 per day. Hoggard here, hoping for an assist, and a missed shot there by Kohler, but he's fouled. First free throws of the season for Jackson Kohler, who missed the first 14 games of the year with a preseason foot injury. Tricks in the post. It's a good player to watch. But he comes up empty at the free throw line. It's still a 5-point Illinois lead.
They clear out the whole side and get that.
Damask for three. Big one for the Illini.
They don't know what to do. If we double this guy, he tries to score. He throws it out and gets an assist. If we don't double him, he takes it to the basket. He is a hard guard right now, I can tell you that.
With his family in attendance, this is the largest lead for Illinois. Just 6 minutes of action for Sissoko. Walker takes the three, drives in all the way. No good, tipped out. Akins, another tip to Hoggard. Walker right around Goody. Walker takes a bump, rejected. Good defense by Goody. Damask drives, and now we'll send it out to Harmon. His three no good. Hoggard had it, lost it, and it's Michigan State basketball. Would put them at 18-5, and as we told you, our Jerry Palm currently has Illinois as a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. Tangled up along the side, and a foul is called. And Walker makes the front end.
To Minnesota the other day for Michigan State. Absolutely hurt.
And as we pointed out, really, as it stands right now, only one other quad one opportunity left on the schedule for the Spartans. That's at Purdue on March 2nd.
And that's usually not the problem in the Big Ten, but this year it is. Now, once you get to the Big Ten tournament, maybe there'll be some opportunities, but not in the first round.
Shannon deep three. And Akins the rebound. Approaching 6 minutes to play. Akins for three.
Wow, I don't know about that one.
Quick shot there.
Tyson Walker's on Hawkins. Now they clear the side out for Shannon.
Halfway down and out, Malik Hall the rebound. Last 5 games, Michigan State has averaged 65 points per game. They have 66 with 5.5 to go, but they need some more against this high-octane Illinois offense. Walker, runner, no good, and Hawkins with the rebound. Now, Steve, how do you attack this if you're Illinois? You want to use some clock, but you're so good in transition.
I don't think it's time to even think about the clock, Andrew. There's too much time left in the game. If there's 2 minutes left, okay, but right now they got to play they're playing good, keep playing.
Tough shot by Hawkins. Looking for a foul call, doesn't get one. Now 5-on-4 the other way. Hawkins trailing the play. Hoggard, three, yes! Michigan State needed a big shot. They got one from the senior A.J. Hoggard. And then Hoggard pokes it away out of bounds, but a whistle and a foul is called on Hoggard.
Well, they push the ball up in transition, and they don't find Hoggard. Now he's a 32% three-point shooter. Guerrier is late to get to him, and he's able to make him pay.
Team foul number 6 against Michigan State, so we're shooting free throws the rest of the way. Sissoko, a quick exit for Tom Izzo. Hawkins, nice save, but he passes it out of bounds.
And it was a great cut, because the truth is Tyson Walker on that fell asleep, but he just threw it out of bounds. I think it's a good time to get into Malik Hall with Goody on him.
Hoggard drives into the paint, puts up a shot, count it, and one! A.J. Hoggard a chance to tie the game at 72.
Tough, physical guard. Coleman Hawkins lets him get by, gets out of position, good shot fake. Layup.
7 straight points for the Spartans to make it a 1-point deficit. We are tied with 4:10 to go. Fans on their feet. Shannon's blocked by Akins.
What a great defensive play by Akins.
Shannon keeps it alive. That pass deflected. A turnover. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Walker up ahead.
Oh,
blocked. It was Damask with the rejection. And he misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Luke Goody's uncle, our colleague at CBS, Trent Green, does a great job with the NFL on CBS. Here's Hoggard, defended by Shannon. Over Shannon, way too strong, out of bounds. Last touch by Goody. Shot clock at 13 for the Spartans. Hall, right at Goody. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Michigan State. Walker off a screen, jumper, too strong. Hall, the weak side rebound, and he's fouled. And Hall comes up empty. Still tied at 72 as we approach 3 minutes to go. Illinois in a 4.5-minute scoreless drought. Where will they turn? Hawkins calling for it. Goody cuts. Now it's Hawkins. Shannon for 3. And it comes right back to Shannon with a fresh shot clock. Shannon draws contact and the foul. That's what he does so well, getting to the free throw line. Transfer from Texas Tech. Rebounding battle tied. And now the game untied thanks to Shannon, a 2-point Illini advantage. Walker feeds Hall. Working on Goody again.
There's got to be a foul there.
There's a foul in the bucket.
But I mean, how about all that bumping that was going on before it got to that? I'll tell you, Michigan State has done a great job getting to the line in this game, which is not one of their strengths.
First Michigan State lead since it was 62-60 with 11 minutes left. And a quick whistle at the other end, and a foul is called.
Wow.
On Carson Cooper. 3 rebounds for Hawkins, and he makes the front end. Another look at the call that has left many Michigan State fans.
Oh my goodness. That is,
I mean,
a bad call.
Think about the contact at the other end compared to that.
I mean, are you kidding me? That was a horrendous call. I'm sorry. This is the Big Ten, isn't it?
76-75, 15 ties, 15 lead changes today with 2:20 to go. Hall, good move, counted and one. He has bounced back in a big way today. 21 points for Malik Hall.
That's what you want from your upperclassmen.
A look at the foul trouble. 3 on Illinois with 4 fouls. Akins has 4 for Michigan State. And a steal. Walker takes it away. Walker all the way. Illinois does have 2 timeouts remaining.
Oh!
Another steal! Hoggard picks it off! Hoggard had it poked away, but a foul is called, and it will be 2 shots for A.J. Hoggard. 19 points for A.J. Hoggard. That matches his season high when he had 19 in Wisconsin. And now a new season high for the senior. Here in the second half alone, we've had 10 ties and 10 lead changes.
I'm surprised. I was going to say they had gone away from Coleman Hawkins the last few minutes in terms of this ISO game.
They go to him here, muscles his way, doesn't get the roll. A fight for it, and Michigan State has it. Walker will slow it up.
Now you got to slow it up.
And Tom Izzo will call timeout.
Illinois just has to play solid defense. Don't have to foul yet. You're down 6. Got to get a stop, though, and a rebound.
22 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the double. Hoggard gets around it.
I don't know, they were trying to foul?
Yeah, and Brad Underwood's furious now. Did not want the foul.
No way.
Points.
No way you want to foul there. Especially with the clock winding down.
And to make matters worse, the foul is on Luke Goody, and that's his 5th. He fouled out of the game.
That was really... I mean, shot clock was at 15. You get the ball back, down 6 with a minute to go. Now you're going to be maybe down 8 with 1:06 to go.
And Hall gets the roll. 22 for Malik Hall. Just 2 off his career high of 24 points.
I think we saw some very gutsy leadership from Malik Hall and A.J. Hoggard in this second half especially.
1 out of 2 for Hall.
Not done yet.
With 1 minute to go. Shannon had it knocked away, but a foul is called. Stopping the clock with 1 minute left.
And that was exactly what Tom Izzo was trying to teach his guys. You see how they were coming together here? But the problem was Hoggard did not need to stick his hand in. If he had just gone and formed that V there, Shannon would have charged or something. Instead, he stuck his hand in and fouled.
That's something they worked on for almost an hour yesterday at practice.
It was unbelievable. I never saw anybody do that. Try to do that against a player in transition like Tom Izzo did yesterday.
The foul was on Malik Hall, and that's his 4th. Guerrier comes out, and Justin Harmon back on the floor.
We're going to see some kind of full court pressure now from Illinois. Again, don't have to foul yet. Getting close, but not yet.
Hawkins comes out. He has 4 fouls. Guerrier back.
And here's the pressure.
Guerrier has 4 as well. Hall over to Akins. Hoggard comes to get it.
Got to get it up.
Hoggard does get it across, gets it back, and there's the foul committed by Damas.
I guess they want to foul. If you know, here's the thing though. If you want to foul, and I'm not saying he had the ball that long. Why not foul Cooper? When he got his hands on it right there, but he only had it for like a second.
61% free throw shooter. Don't forget, coming up next, Gonzaga and Kentucky from Rupp Arena right here on CBS. Michigan State trying to improve to 13-2 at home this year. Hoggard misses 1, 84-78.
2-possession game.
Harmon all the way, missed it. Cooper with the rebound.
That was a big rebound by Cooper.
Akins up ahead, they didn't follow him down the floor. Illinois just forgot about Jaden Akins. Out of bounds to Illinois. Good crew today: Earl Walton, Eric Curry, Rob Kuhneman. Tom Izzo has 2 timeouts left. Brad Underwood with 1. 30 seconds on the clock. Out of the timeout. Hawkins in the corner. No good. Harmon the offensive rebound and the putback.
Now they got a foul.
86-80. Akins gets it into Hoggard, and there's the foul committed by Terrence Shannon.
Yeah, they couldn't waste any time.
Well, there's so much disappointment and anger from Tom Izzo and this Michigan State team after that loss on Tuesday night at Minnesota, a game where they were up by 9 in the second half. Really a deflating loss for a team that had been building some momentum, but this win, if they hold on, will really change the storyline around this Michigan State team.
Without a question. You know, they were very disappointed about that one the other day, but this will make them feel a lot better. Now, obviously, Illinois' got to push it. The one thing about Michigan State, you don't want to foul.
Hoggard ties his career high with 23 points. With 10th-ranked Illinois in trouble on the road against Michigan State. 20 seconds left. Shannon calling for it, puts up a 3. No good, tipped around right to Cooper, and Brad Underwood says don't foul. But they do anyway with 8.4 on the clock, but start the celebration here in East Lansing. And a smile from Tom Izzo.
They just dug in defensively the last 5 minutes of this game. Got it out in transition a little bit, and Malik Hall and A.J. Hoggard made some plays.
Michigan State back in action Wednesday at Penn State, while Illinois plays on Tuesday against the Michigan Wolverines. That'll be a home game in Champaign. Walker comes up empty. Shannon up ahead. They'll let him go right to the hoop. He misses, and that will do it. Remember this win in March. It's a big one for Michigan State over number 10 Illinois.